The crimson alert lights bathed the bridge of the UES Retribution in an ominous glow as Commander Raza Khan studied the holographic display floating before him. 3 days had passed since Ambassador Chen's assassination on Kepler Station, and the galaxy was about to learn why humanity had earned its place among the stars through blood and determination, rather than birthright. "Status report," Raza commanded, his voice carrying the weight of a species fury. Lieutenant Fiza Ashraf turned from her tactical station, her dark eyes reflecting the cold fire that had consumed Earth's military leadership since news of the assassination reached them. 7th Fleet is in position at the Proxima jump point. Admiral Hassan reports all ships ready for immediate deployment. The Zolonian Empire had made a fatal miscalculation. For 300 years, they had dominated this sector of the galaxy through superior technology and ruthless expansion. Their crystalline vessels could phase through conventional weapons, their energy shields were thought impenetrable, and their psychic warriors could crush minds with a thought. They had conquered 47 species, each falling within months of first contact, but they had never faced humanity. "They think we're just another primitive species," Raza muttered, watching as enemy fleet positions updated on the tactical display. They killed Ambassador Chen to send a message about human insolence in refusing to surrender our colonies. Fiza's fingers danced across her console, coordinating with fleet commanders across human space. "Sir, the Zolonians are broadcasting on all frequencies. They're demanding our unconditional surrender within 72 hours, or they'll begin orbital bombardment of Earth's colonies." Raza allowed himself a grim smile. The Zolonians still believed this would be like their previous conquests. Overwhelming force applied to a terrified, technologically inferior enemy. They had studied human history, noted the wars and conflicts, and dismissed humanity as barbaric and disorganized. They had seen only the chaos, missing the underlying truth that Raza and every human commander understood. Humanity had learned to wage war in ways the galaxy had never imagined. "Signal the fleet," Raza ordered. "Operation Longbow is now active." 3 centuries of human space expansion had taught them harsh lessons. While other species had discovered faster-than-light travel through accident or gradual evolution, humans had clawed their way to the stars through desperate necessity. Earth's resources were depleted, its climate ravaged by centuries of industrial excess. When the first FTL drives came online, humanity spread across space not as explorers, but as survivors. That desperation had bred innovation. "Zolonian forward. Scouts are detecting our approach vector," Fiza reported. "They're moving to intercept at Grid 77 Alpha." "Perfect," Raza said. "They're thinking like conquerors, not like prey. Signal Captain Morrison on the Edinburgh. Time to show them what human engineering can do." The UES Edinburgh dropped out of hyperspace directly into the Zolonian formation, its hull scarred from dozens of previous engagements. To Zolonian sensors, it appeared to be a standard human cruiser, obsolete weapons, primitive armor, laughably outdated compared to their phase-capable vessels. The Zolonian commander, Archon Vexthul, didn't even bother with evasive maneuvers. His dreadnought crystal dominance phased through the first volley of human plasma bolts, emerging behind the Edinburgh to deliver what should have been a killing blow. Instead, the human vessel's hull exploded outward in perfectly timed sections, revealing the true nature of human tactical thinking. The Edinburgh wasn't a single ship. It was 7 smaller vessels locked together, each one equipped with the experimental Hartwell drive that could match Zolonian phasing technology. But where the Zolonians used phasing defensively, humans had weaponized it. The fragmented Edinburgh phased through Zolonian shields and reformed inside enemy vessels, their reactors set to overload. 12 Zolonian ships vanished in synchronized nuclear fires before their fleet could adapt. "Psychological warfare profiles suggest they'll retreat to regroup," Fiza observed, monitoring enemy communications. "Their entire tactical doctrine is built on technological superiority." "Then we take that away from them," Raza replied. "Signal all fleets. Begin Phase 2. Across human space, the true scope of humanity's preparations became clear. For 50 years, human intelligence services had been infiltrating Zolonian society, not through espionage, but through something the Empire couldn't comprehend: voluntary integration. Humans had approached conquered species not as liberators, but as fellow survivors. They offered medical aid, technological assistance, and most importantly, hope. The Yithran mining colonies went dark first, their Zolonian overseers finding themselves facing uprising from both native populations and human aid workers who had spent decades preparing for this moment. The Corvidian shipyards followed, their production lines turning out vessels with hidden human modifications that activated on command. "Sir," Fiza's voice carried a note of amazement. "We're receiving signals from 43 separate resistance movements. They're all coordinating simultaneous strikes against Zolonian infrastructure." Raza nodded. This was what the Empire had never understood about humanity. While they saw humans as primitive and violent, they missed the deeper truth. Humans were survivors who had learned that survival meant cooperation, adaptation, and the willingness to sacrifice everything for the continuation of their species and their ideals. The war that followed would be remembered as the shortest in galactic history. Not because of superior human technology or overwhelming force, but because humanity fought the war on every level simultaneously: military, psychological, economic, and social. They turned the Empire's own subjects against them, made heroes of the conquered, and demonstrated that freedom was an idea more powerful than any weapon. When Archon Vexthul surrendered on the steps of the Galactic Council, Ambassador Chen's death had been avenged not through destruction, but through the liberation of an entire sector of space. The Zolonian Empire dissolved, its former territories, choosing independence or voluntary association with the growing human commonwealth. Raza stood beside Fiza as they watched the signing ceremony on the main screen. The galaxy had learned that humans were not just another species to be conquered or dismissed. They were something far more dangerous to tyrants everywhere. They were hope armed with determination and the unshakable belief that freedom was worth any sacrifice. The age of human expansion had truly begun.